Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're featuring a brand which is new to me, and this is Aquastar. This is their Benthos 500 Mark II Founders Edition, and basically it's a limited edition piece of 300. The brand itself, they have been around since the early 60s, but I think they were hit quite hard when the quartz crisis came out. And they were really kind of sinking until their relaunch in 2020, when they started bringing back some of their like famous vintage watches from the 70s. And this is one such watch. In fact, it's their latest. This, as I say, is an absolute beast. It looks and feels absolutely superb. Now, yes, I have got a big blooming patch on my finger there because I had an argument with a watchmaker's lathe while I was cutting some teeth for a third wheel of a clock I'm making, and guess what? The lathe won. So anyway, hopefully that'll be all right soon. So anyway, but before I get too far into this review, I've got to say a massive thank you to the team over at First Class Watches of Kenilworth. As I say every time, they are a real friendly bunch of guys down there, really worth popping into the shop. If you're a bit further afield, well, I'll leave a link in the description below and at the bottom of the page now. All I ask is if you do contact them, please mention the channel. So anyway, let's talk sizes first. The case size of this is 42mm, but the bezel is a fraction smaller due to its design. That's 41mm. Now, the thickness of the watch, contrary to what they say on their website, I think on their website they state 15.4. I'm actually measuring 16, and the lug to lug is 47, and the strap size is 22. Now, the actual dial, I think the dial is lovely. I think the dial on this one just looks superb. I love the real gloss design to it. It has these applied markers at the 1236. You have this, as I say, a very glossy black background on there. I like the fact that you see the reflection of the hands against it. It looks really nice. The printing of Aquastar, their logo, and the Benthos and 500 there just looks great. One thing I was a little bit confused of with the 500, I was expecting 500 meters of water resistance, but no, it's actually got 200 meters of water resistance, but there you go. It's got a strange, I think it's kept with the vintage theme here of the chapter ring raised up at that 45, which gives it depth, but it also has this strange black and white, black and white markings on there. It's a bit funky, and it definitely screams 70s. Now, the loom, instead of going for bright white, they've gone for this kind of almost like a creamy coloured. I'm not sure if they're trying to give it a bit of a vintage look there, but that is contradicted by the way you have a stark white hand and the rest of it here, but it does look superb. Now, the big thing here is you may have noticed there is that hand there. Now, no, it's not a GMT hand. This actually has a center mounted chrono, and it is a single button chrono. So if I actually press this now, lovely click, let's have a listen. And there you go. It just sounds lovely. Really, really impressed by it. So the only problem is it's a minute counter only. So this second hand is the seconds for your constant running time, and this here is just a standard chrono hand. So in theory, you have a 60-minute counter here, but you don't have any seconds, which is a bit strange. But for 9 times out of 10, it's most of the time it's all you need. As you can see already, 30 seconds has elapsed, so we're in between the two markers there. I kind of like it. I love for a fact it's a mono pusher, which you don't see very much of anymore. The last watch I seen it on was actually I can't remember what it was now. So it is just a kind of funky design, and I do like that. Oh, Mont Blanc, that was it, a mono pusher there. So this here is just a bit funky. I like it. Now, in theory, being that it is actually a minute counter, you could wait until the minute hand gets round to 12 and start it, and then you'd have a kind of strange hand affair there. Now, one thing I should point out, it's full of loom. The watch, all these markers here for hands, as to this lovely ceramic bezel, is fully loomed. Now, we do have a sapphire crystal on top there with, I think we're state triple AR coating on there. Let's have a listen to the action. It is so snappy. Now, is there any back play? No. There is no back play. That is very, very impressive. It's a 120 click bezel, easy to purchase, and does it line up? Yes, it does. So it lines up really well. It's easy to purchase. You have these nice big machined in marks there. So overall, superb, fully loomed ceramic bezel insert. Now, when we come past that, we have this lovely kind of big chunky case, fully brushed. You have the radial kind of center starburst sunburst effect on the top, and you have satinized finish on there, big chunky lugs. Overall superb. We have a screw down crown here and a pusher up there. I think it looks, it's just got that 70s vibe about it. It's really good. Now, as we turn it over, we have the case back. These are marked up, which model they actually are, and which one of the limited edition, I should say. And underneath this, I do like the case back actually, and how you undo it. You actually need a special tool to get that one off there. Makes it harder for watchmakers to actually get in there. But underneath that is their new Calibre 1MPS, and that's made by the old company Joux-Perret. And they have been going for absolute years, and it is a top grade movement. I put this on the time grapher and it was pulling 0 seconds in the position I had it, which is a really good statement. It also has 60 hours of power reserve. I don't know how many joules, to be fair, as I haven't seen the picture of the actual movement, but overall it seems flawless, seems really, really good. Normally what's meant by top grade, that means it will normally, it should actually operate within chronometer specs, but it hasn't been sent off for chronometer testing because there's a big cost to that. And it should also be decorated underneath, most probably with blue screws, Geneva striping, that kind of thing. Now, as you can see, this comes on a isoframe, a genuine isoframe, silicone strap, and I think these are superb. But what you also get in the box is their beads of rice bracelet. So I do like the fact that they give you the kind of option, and it is fully fitted to the case of a watch, so you won't have any gap there. This will actually fit nicely on there. Now, we have 4 levels of micro adjustment and fold over clasp there, but that's not all. You also get a fully signed up NATO strap to go on there as well. So you really are spoilt for choice on this one. But one thing I would say is this would also match beautifully, I think, with an orange ISO style diver. Because I just think this would look superb against that orange hand. This is a Belarus one. Very, very well recommended, I would say. Comes in a very nice wooden box. Let me show you on my wrist so you got an idea how it looks. Quick wrist check. I'm wearing my old Zin 103 vintage reverse panda there. And Bob, what you got on Bob? Bob has on the my wife's black, what is it? Black Solar Tuner, black edition, something like that. I don't know, but I keep meaning one day to actually do a review of that, 'cause it is a very cool watch, I actually think. So anyway, my wrist size is 6 and, sorry, what am I tell you what, I'm losing it today. I think it's the cut on my finger. My wrist size is 7¼ inches, which is around about 18.5 centimeters. And overall, I love this watch. It is, I would say, it is a little bit top heavy. You've definitely got a bit of weight with this watch, but I don't care. I think the looks of it, it just looks great. Even though you think it would be larger than it is, but with a 47mm lug to lug, it actually sits really kind of nicely on the wrist, and it would suit, I reckon, right down to like 6.5 inch wrists. I think we wouldn't have any problems with this at all. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave you to it that, but most importantly, you guys stay safe up there. Take care. Bye.